the Supreme Divine Personality, manifests in this world in three ways. The first is his formless aspect as the all-pervading Brahman. The second is the indwelling Paramatma, the Supreme Soul seated inside. And the third is his personal manifestation as the avatar. Arjun asked Sri Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita, O Sri Krishna, which of these two bhaktis is better? Is devotion to the formless better, or is devotion to the personal form better? Pushanne karshe yamasuriya prajapatya vyuha rashmin samuha tejo yatte rupam kalyanatamam tatte pashyami yosavasau purusha sohamasmi. Translation: O giver of ras to the devotees, O nourisher of devotional sentiments, O personification of knowledge, O Lord of all, O giver of joy to Brahma, the father of all living beings in this universe, O divine effulgent one, please remove these brilliant lights. Please withdraw this divine effulgence within yourself. I can now behold the vision of your most munificent and auspicious divine and joyful form. I am thrilled to realize that being your fragmental part, I am one with you. The Ishavasya Upanishad, by its name itself, is about the pervading God. And naturally it starts with God, it talks about God in the middle, and it ends with the big splash on bhakti of God. But when you dig into God, you realize there's greater and greater depth to his personality. It is like that woodcutter who went to meet the sadhu at the edge of the forest and said, Babaji, I am not able to make two ends meet. I've got such a big family with big mouths to feed. The sadhu, Babaji, said that go deeper into the forest. You'll find the solution to your problems. He obeyed. Next day he entered deeper and he found a grove of chandan sandalwood trees. Now he said, Yippee, I have hit the bonanza. So for a few weeks he was cutting the sandalwood and selling it. But then he came to meet the sadhu and said, my needs have increased. The sadhu said, go deeper. He went deeper and he discovered there was a silver mine. He said, oh my God, this is too good to be true. So again, a few years went by, his needs increased further. He revisited the sadhu. Sadhu said, go deeper. And when he did, he discovered a gold mine. So likewise, in devotion to God, we need to understand his three aspects as explained by the Srimad Bhagavatam. Vadanti tat tattva vidas tattvam yajnanam advayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavaniti shabdyate. Vedvyas writes, the Supreme Divine Personality manifests in this world in three ways. The first is his formless aspect as the all-pervading Brahman. The second is the indwelling Paramatma, the Supreme Soul seated inside. And the third is his personal manifestation as the avatar. Interestingly, Christianity has got a similar conception in their theology called the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. The Holy Ghost inside. So nevertheless, Arjun asked Sri Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita, Evam satata yuktaye bhaktas tvam paryupasate ye chapyaksharam avyaktam tesham ke yogamittama. O Sri Krishna, which of these two bhaktis is better? Is devotion to the formless better? Or is devotion to the personal form better? So, Sri Krishna explained, look, Arjun, supposing a wife has a husband whom she can never see. She can't even hear her husband. The husband doesn't even say, forget about I love you. He doesn't even say, I don't love you. How boring it will be for the wife. So that is the nature of worship of the formless Brahman. You can't press his feet. You can't see his divine, wonderful pastimes. Now the Supreme Brahman without a form is limited, without any disrespect, because his formless aspect also has got infinite bliss. But in his personal form, he is now so full of sweetness. And God's body is not like our body. His body is Sat, Chit and Ānanda. Now can you imagine something made of happiness? Supposing you say that, this mic is made of happiness. Impossible. Happiness is not a tangible, material entity. It is an intangible. But the Vedas say that in the case of Bhagavan, Satyagyanananta Nandamatraika Rasamurtayah, his Sri Murti is made of bliss. The Padma Puran says, Ānandamatra Karapada Mukhodaradi. His hands, his feet, his stomach, his mouth are all made of bliss. That divine body of God cannot be described in words. Why? Because words are limited to the material. If you give a comparison, such beautiful eyes, you say, like the eyes of a deer. But a deer's eyes are also material. Now, how will you describe God's eyes? With what will you compare it? Whatever comparison, object or person you choose has only got material attributes. So there is no way to express it. It is like the example I've given you often of the neem ka keeda, the worm that was living in the neem tree. And it came and asked that, Swamiji, you keep on saying the word Rasgulla in the pravachan. Tell me how sweet is the Rasgulla. The Swamiji says, Neem ke keede, have you ever eaten sugar? No. Have you eaten jaggery gur? No. Have you eaten any sweet thing? No. I was born on the neem leaf and all I ate was the bitter neem leaf. Now poor Swamiji will see neem ke keede. I have got no ability to explain to you how this rasgulla is. If you had even eaten gur, we would have said, sweeten it 5 times and enhance the ras in these few ways. But it's beyond your experience. Likewise, God's body is divine. Satchidanand. Chidanandamaya deha tumhari. And our senses are all material. Our experience of our entire life is material. So no saint can explain to us that divine body. Sometimes they try. All saints have tried. People asked Tulsidas Ji, what is the color of your Ram? So he said, Neel Saror Neel Mani. You see those bluish lotus flowers blossoming in the lake? That is the color of my Ram. Now you say, lotus flowers we've seen so many times. What is the big deal? Tulsidas says, no, what other example can I give? Somebody says like the Alsi flower, somebody says like the Indra Neelmani gem, somebody says the rain-bearing cloud. These are mere crude analogies, upamas. The real color of God is divine and inexpressible. So that being the nature of God, if we were to experience His bliss right now, we would not be able to bear it. In fact, we cannot even bear the bliss of the world. Somebody is informed, the lottery, you have won the first prize. The poor person says, oh my God, and faints, having a heart attack. Beyond this is the bliss of the celestial abodes. The Devatas, Indra, Varun, Kuber, if they were to come and we were to smell their aroma, we would faint. Now imagine the bliss of God's body. If we were given it in free fund right now, our body would disintegrate. Like, many years ago, India had started these electric trains, talking about 50 years ago. High voltage line used to go. One railway officer was telling me that Swamiji, one railway man was walking on the roof, and since it was raining, he kept his umbrella up. It went too close to the electric line and the electricity pulled him. And after that, we don't know where he went. He disintegrated. His body itself evaporated because of the intense voltage. So that is the kind of intensity of God's bliss. Before He permits us to have His darshan, He gives us the power to bear with it. You say, Swamiji, I have had darshan of God. See, this darshan is of different kinds. It's like the searchlights, they go around like this. So it comes for a moment, and it's gone. Like that, you saw a glimpse of Sri Krishna and say, oh, I had darshan. And then another is that he actually came for 2 minutes. Say, wow, so blessed. But this was not yet the divine darshan. Because if you had the divine darshan, you would be liberated from Maya. Tad Vishnu Paramam Padam Sada Pashyanti Surya. This was a little lollipop on the way. So that divine darshan, before He gives it, He will make your antahkaran capable of bearing that bliss. Now one teacher, he asked any one student to get up at random. Please get up. The student got up. He said, can you please tell me whether Ibn Battuta is in the class or not? So the student said, sir, no, I cannot tell you. Look around. He said, looking around will not help. Why? Because I've never seen Ibn Battuta. How will I look around and say he is Ibn Battuta? Now people say, show me God. So supposing we showed you God, how would you recognize He's God? You have never seen God before. So when we get the divine grace, at that time we will be empowered to see His divinity. And we will realize, oh, there He is. That was the level of King Janak. From far he saw Ram. Dur hi te dekhe dvau bhrata nayanananda danake data. He got deeply immersed in divine love. So in this mantra, they are saying that, my Lord, please, I cry out to you to show me your personal form now. Withdraw this dazzling light and reveal to me your personal form. And then it ends by saying, oh my God, I can see you now, and I realize I am one with you. So the Jnani says, see, I told you, here is the Advait. One with you doesn't mean that we are God. Shankaracharya, in his Shatpadi, he says, Satyapi Bheda Pagme Nathatavaham Namamakeenastvam Samudro Hitarangaha Kvachana Samudro Natarangaha. He says, O Lord, O formless Brahman, although you and I are one, Aham Brahmasmi, yet there's a difference. What is the difference? I have originated from you, and not you originating from me. Like from the ocean, the wave arises, but the ocean doesn't arise from the wave. So there's a difference between the ocean and the wave. Likewise, oh Bhagavan, I am your little part, and being your fragmental part, I am one with you. I have realized.